Oh boy. Forged Speed Factory rod. Wow,
This is what it used to look like.
Wow.
No notch Speed Factory.
The little skinny no notch. Wow.
Dude, they were nice pistons until.
And these are Vitaras.
Yeah.
Whoa, deep dome Vitaras. So these are Vitaras on Speed Factory no notch rods, long rods, and whew! Oh! Go, 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 go. Do it again. So the B20's done about 350 miles. I'm over here at Dylan's house. He asked me to bring him this, but we got to park on the street now because this thing is leaky. It is leaking from pretty much every single place it could possibly leak from. The valve cover is still leaking. It's leaking from the oil pan. It smells like freaking oil smoke right now. And yeah, guys, this engine is super leaky. Look at that. We've been parked here for 2 seconds and we already are leaking all over the ground. Jesus Christ. Leaky B20. But it is running good. It is a healthy engine. It's just super freaking leaky. So until we figure that out, or until Esteban figures that out, this car is parked on the street for here.
What's up, brother?
What are we doing here?
Listening to ads and building engines.
I see that. Yeah, she moves. That's awesome.
She was very nice.
All right, so last night, this engine, the crank wasn't even moving in here. It was completely seized. Dylan's been struggling finding the right bearings. We started off with 0.75 oversized bearings. Crank didn't even go in. Then we thought we had 25 undersized bearings. That's what we thought we were running, which are the smallest bearings available. And crank still wasn't spinning at all. Turns out we had 25 over bearings again. But now we got a third crank. This is your third crank, right?
Yeah.
Then we got a third crank. So original crank had a score in it. I gave Dylan a crank, and then he traded that crank in with our machine shop guy for this crank. Nope. So big shout out to Victor for always, making sure that we can put our stuff back together. But yeah, let's proceed. This is another JDM D15B. This is exactly like my block. As you can see, we have the dipstick on the front. It's actually an 88 to 91 spec D15B, just like my block. And we are running almost the exact same setup as we are running. Right? We're using Nippon Racing pistons, PM3 pistons. We're using the original D15 block, basically. Like, this isn't a stroker build or nothing crazy like this. This is a standard D15 build with forged internals. But what are we using for rods? And what's that red label?
Right to the wall. Yeah, right?
I really want one of those generators.
Dude, these things look dope.
I really do want one of those generators.
You can run your welder off of it, no problem.
For real, it's 220?
Yeah.
What? For MaXpeedingrods.
This is going on the other build.
Yeah. But anyways, I really like these rods because inside of this little baggie, they actually give you all of the torque specs for your ARP bolts that are at the end of the rods. Yep. And then from there on out, it's just rods, guys. You guys already know. Dylan got one of them opened up, messing around, trying out bearings and stuff like that.
I had to.
For the most part, these rods come very, very, very well packaged. They're basically pre-lubricated with a little bit of wax paper wrapped around them, and then they are bagged and sealed. And this is basically what you're gonna get. You're gonna get 4 of them. And just like in the last video, we did cover that they do indeed come with ARP 2000 bolts. They say MaXpeedingrods on them.
I know my Speed Factory, they didn't have that much of an indicator as far as like making sure that, the top end
that they were matched
up with the bottom end.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that they have the 2211, 2211 that actually lets you know, hey, it goes like this.
Yeah, that's something that we talked about on my MaXpeedingrods video. But our end caps are machined to match our rods. All of our end caps have their own unique number, 2211. You will not find another 2211 rod cap and rod set. OEM oil pump, brand new from Japan. This is a PO6 pump. So there's your part number. This is an OEM oil pump. We are not going to shim it or nothing. We're just
Nope.
gonna slap her on. She's gonna be good to go.
I ain't touching it.
Dylan lost his last forged engine due to shimming his oil pump, and the oil pump eventually just gave out and yeeted the rods. So yeah, we're not doing. We learned from our past experiences. Do not shim your oil pumps if you're gonna be daily driving that thing.
And if you see an oil pump for 160, don't say I can find it for cheaper. My beautiful work of art.
To sandwich her on.
Do you know what?
Look how easy that crank spins.
Oh yeah, compared to what it used to be like. My God, man, I really pissed off the fucking car gods.
Yeah, I know. I get here yesterday, and Dylan's like, "Let's assemble my engine. I got the crank slapped in," and then like we're over there like using a breaker bar to turn the goddamn crank, and I'm like, "Fool, this is not gonna run.
This isn't gonna work." I've never seen a seized engine before it actually gets put in.
How to build a seized engine?
First off, get the wrong bearings. Second off, do nothing to your crank. No. You can try to. I don't think it's... Well, we'll see when it comes to the timing belt. That's going to be fun. That may be where we stop today.
We have everything we need to get this engine fully assembled and possibly even running in that car tonight. But, you know, knowing our luck, that's not going to go that well.
Unfortunately, it doesn't always go that way.
There's like an 80-20%. It
Looks like I'm gonna do it just a little bit, and then I'm gonna leave it so that the Honda bond can sit, and then create a better seal. Leave that good. Gates, baby.
You guys can check it out. No play, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, those teeth are chunky.
That shit should move some coolant. Honda
Dylan
bond.
loves this Honda bond.
Not gonna chase no leaks, my boy.
I was like, I've seen some things in my life, but I never seen no one tension a timing belt with their hands.
That would be dope.
So Dylan filled up his broken mounts with some window weld.
Like when I say broken, I mean like
compas, they were in multiple pieces.
you can
like,
actually
look at that. Like the whole insert was not in the mount anymore.
But look, that shit don't move.
Yeah, she's solid. Because I told you, running 3 of these on my CRX before I put my rear solid mount in, even then my engine didn't move.
Dude, yeah, I'm gonna be good until I can go and grab me.
That's
some
a heavy
house
ass
parts.
fucking mount. A shot with some simple and some lemon.
Yeah, let me get one.
Yeah, let me take a shot before I grab this.
Look at that.
You want a shot with
Torque
simple?
mounts, motor mounts, all solid. Hell yeah, baby. Okay, guys, so we got a little piston assembly station going on here. Here's a little tip that I learned my first time doing this. I actually put my first clip on every single piston first. Just like worry about doing like one side of every single piston first, and that makes it a lot easier. So if you guys watched the first video, the first thing I do is I open this clip. Normally on a lot of pistons, they're supposed to be C-clips, and we use C-clip pliers. But I don't know, for some reason we have these little guys. They're like little locking compression rings, and they're springs essentially. So the first thing I do is I open them up and I create a spring.
An extra.
And then from there, I get that bottom lip inside of the groove, and from there I just start following it along. I'm going to use my other index finger, dish one right here, and I'm basically just going to trace the entire ring, going that complete like 1.5 circles, and I'm just going to press it into that groove. Y'all see that? Just getting it right in there. I actually got this in really easily. It wasn't hard at all. And simple. Got one in. So essentially what that's going to do is you're going to have side-to-side play in the wrist pin, right? So you're putting these little itty-bitty springs in there, and not only are they going to lock your floating wrist pin in, but they're also going to give it a little bit of compression, and they're going to kind of keep it like, you know, centered and, you know, not banging back and forth. It's not going to do that, but, you know, it just makes it more of a locked-in setup. And that's another one done. This is what you would be getting. You're going to get this wax paper, and it's going to have your rod inside of it. And when you pick up the rod, it's pretty like, you know, lubricated, like it's oily. And I thought, you know, that was actually like, you know, an oil. But Dylan suggested that maybe it's just wax, maybe it's the melted wax paper. So he is cleaning everything with rubbing alcohol. And I have not done this with my set of rods, but I definitely will, because if this is wax, then you don't want that inside of your engine. So yeah, let's just start fresh.
And it does kind of smell like oil.
It smells really good. Like, I don't know what it is, but it smells really good.
It smells like grease.
It could be oil.
But,
I did notice the both sets have a really nice crosshatch. Ooh, baby. Like, they look really nice.
that's 0.25 over. Just like the rod. Just like the mains. You have to do to the rods.
Something I did want to ask you guys about is that, you know, I watch a lot of YouTube, and I've seen on PFI for years that Brent and now Shane does it. They always drill that hole through the rod cap, so that way they can still have that OEM oil passage. But I've also read that, you know, forged rods, you don't need to be doing that because that sacrifices the strength of the actual rod. So like, what do you guys think? Assembled with some of this green Lucas assembly lube.
I love that stuff, man.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. There we go. We have our first Nippon Racing MaXpeedingrods combo, and it's pretty stiff on there. It's not going anywhere. We got both of our rings firmly snapped in there. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. 1 out of 4. Let's keep going. I had to come home to get this. This is for the rod cap bolts. But like, whoa, baby. Oh my God, look at her. Whew. So we finally got all 4 pistons and rods assembled and ready to go. I left to go get tools. You guys already know, you came with me. But Dylan wrapped up everything else. We're ready to go. Now we have piston rings and everything fully gapped, ready to go. Dylan has those specs written down. He did that prior to this video. But we're gonna get started. Hell yeah, baby.
Dude, that moves so nicely.
Hell yeah.
So nicely.
That moves easier than your last build.
Sheesh. Told you guys, Dylan really likes that Honda Bond.
I do. Oh yeah, bro, that was from my Y8 build, bro. I haven't even removed it.
Oh no?
Dude, because we dealt with so many leaks throughout
Yeah, you're
this
right.
whole
Just,
thing.
if that wasn't the problem, leave it alone.
Yeah, bro, the only thing I removed was this from my Y8, and then I put it back in. I didn't touch any of that. Like, all that stayed. Like, Let's see about this.
Dang, it's in.
Like you said, it just goes.
So
a
that's
little bit
about,
over.
yeah, that's about how much she sticks out over the bore.
That's actually not bad at all.
Nah.
And this is
That's how you.
I like it.
I think that's high compression, my babe.
I like it. It's like
My
boy.
super flat top.
That's supposed to. That's how it's supposed to be. No, I ain't guilty. I'm Gucci.
What's up?
Bam.
Boom, another one.
No. Just gonna do them.
Okay, so we goofed a little bit. We're gonna need to do some notching in here, but obviously not tonight. So we will pick up this video. We will pick up this video later on. I'm gonna try to stop by Dylan's tomorrow afternoon, but we got to do some notching. And if this block needs to do some notching, then we probably have to do some notching. So we need to go back at our block and like really reevaluate what's going on, because I think we need to do some notching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Anyways, y'all, it is the next day, and this is actually a really big day for me and Issa. So we're only going to be here for like 5 minutes. But Dylan got his entire block finished this morning, and she actually spins completely. You notched everything?
I did. I had to. Dude, I tried notching it while everything was in because I wanted to be lazy.
Yeah,
right?
no, I know. I saw that.
And it didn't, like, it did the job, but I could still hear a little scraping.
Yeah.
It just unsettled me. Then I pulled everything off and I realized that.
Did you have to notch the girdle?
No.
Okay, cool. So
But
no
I
girdle for the D15.
Did notch both sides just in case, because when I put that shit
Yeah.
on, I was not going to take it back off.
So for max speeding rods in a D16 block, you usually have to notch the block and the girdle. For the D15, I guess we really only have to notch the block. Mine spins, Dylan's did not spin. So the D15B blocks are probably, you know, just slightly different and slightly off. So just be prepared. If you guys are gonna do this build, you're probably gonna have to notch a little bit. But overall, we got the blocks.
Honestly, notching wasn't bad.
That. So you wanna crank it over for us?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, there we go. So what do you guys think about that? This is basically going to be the lower block that me and Dylan are both going to be running. If you guys don't know, this is going to be a nitrous setup.
Hell yeah, baby.
We're going to be boosting these rods. So either way, we're going to put the MaXpeedingrods to the test, all motor and boosted, and we're going to find out just how much they can really handle. So if you guys are excited for that, please like and subscribe. If you learned anything from this video, definitely give us a thumbs up. If you want to pick up some MaXpeedingrods, or I'll also put in the Nippon Racing PM3 pistons in the description, definitely open the description and click on those links. Remember, save the EFs always gets you guys like what, 5% off, 10% off of your total. Compa just picked up a turbo, a $250 turbo, and our Save the EFs discount code got him a good 24 bucks off. So make sure you guys be using that. Make sure you guys definitely put the code to work. And yeah, if you're excited to see what this block is gonna do, sheesh. We're gonna have 2 EK builds on the channel now. Let's go. Here's another extra bit of information that I wanted to share with y'all. So when we were putting in the pistons, you have that arrow that points towards the timing belt, and then you have that in that means intake, right? Well, just to confirm that is correct with the piston and rod orientation, as you can see, the stamping is on the back. And just like on our rods, if you remember, go back in the video, we installed the rods with the stamping facing the back of the block. So that is OEM spec and that is correct. Hell yeah, baby. Bro, is this hole from when your engine blew up?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to see if I can still run it.
I don't see why you can't run this.
Yeah. Dude, it's like a fucking Medal of Honor.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't see why you can't run this.
That's like Medal of Honor. Like, I once blew up and I'm back like a fucking phoenix.
So this was from a forged rod yeeting through the freaking torque mount
You
plate.
wanna show them? It's right here. I have it all.
Oh boy. Forged Speed Factory rod. Wow,
This is
dude.
what it used to look like.
Wow.
No notch Speed Factory.
The little skinny no notch. Wow.
Dude, they were nice pistons until...
And these are Vitaras.
Yeah.
Whoa, deep dome Vitaras. So these are Vitaras on Speed Factory no notch rods, long rods, and whoo!
Honor.
Let's hope for better luck this time. All right, brother, I'm out of here. So the video's still not over. Dylan still doesn't have his engine inside of the car, but me and Issa completed our first day back at work, and that was really cool. But aside from that, I started recording this because I wanted to show y'all Dylan's freaking clutch. This is apparently the clutch that he was running, and he said he had no problems gripping. He said that this clutch did not slip and this clutch grabbed just fine. I've never seen a clutch that freaking bad before, but we're pretty much just getting things wrapped up. This is the Compa's old. No, wait. Is this the Compa's old clutch?
Yeah.
I forgot what you said. Yeah.
Compass clutch.
That's his old clutch, but we're pretty much just running all the same stuff. Besides that fried clutch disc, oh my god, dude. Like, it doesn't even have the lines anymore, you know?
That shit's only ran 10,000 miles.
Rough ass 10,000 miles. So our swap is right here. Dang, compa, take notes. This is how you don't scratch valve covers. But yeah, D15B with a D16Y8 head. Whoa. Brother.
Very good.
What the hell did you do here? Wow.
Yeah, I had to do some fabrication, but I got it on and
This is actually kind of
looking
hard, not
decent.
gonna lie. Okay, yeah, you got all kinds of creative.
right?
You're not seeing oil pressure through any of that? So we have distributor and fuel pump disabled, and we're just cranking it. It doesn't look like our gauge is working yet.
See, that's what I want to wait for.
Woo! We got oil pressure.
Yeah, so I don't want to
Check
start
that
it.
out.
That's dope. I do not want to start until we get some good oil.
Yeah, we got 30 psi of oil pressure at cranking. Bruh, 30 psi at cranking? That's good. Because cranking is like 500 RPM, right?
Huh?
Cranking is like 500 RPM, so you need at least 5 psi. We got 30.
Very true. Because I'm just thinking about the
Okay, guys.
the tight ass clearance that I didn't
Forged MaXpeedingrods D15B. First start. Let's go, baby. Okay. Kill switch turned off. Take 2. Let's go. I don't hear ignition. I confirmed that we have spark. I took this out, grounded it to this. It definitely sparked. Timing might not be right. Okay, take number like 3 or 4 because Dylan didn't completely plug in his wiring harness, but now it is completely plugged in. So now to start. Let's start it. We've cranked the crap out of this engine. It has plenty of fuel pressure. Oh, wait, I gotta plug in the fuel return. Can you prime it so I can see if we get fuel now? Still no fuel. Fucked it up. Keep going. Keep going. One more. One more. She's gotta queef it out. Let's go. Yeah, okay, stop. Okay, we have spark. We confirmed that. We have fuel. We confirmed that. Now, if we have timing correct, we will fire up. Let's do it. Oh! Go, 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 go. Do it again. Oh, she's on. Get the fuck out of here. No, there's no noise. It's just this fucking asshole. You need a valve adjustment.
Why do you say that?
Just to like get to where they're at when it's at operating temp.
Kind of scared.
Going down.
Hearing any bad noises?
That's head, right?
What?
That's the head.
Why are you doing that?
I know she sounds a little loud, but these D16Y8 heads, as you guys may possibly know, are typically very loud. And I mean, everything right here is showing very, very, very good. God damn, boy. You got almost 80 PSI of oil pressure at idle. What the hell's up with that? Is that good, guys? Let me know if that's good. Just the fact that a couple months ago, this was a torn up block in my backyard and literally built it in the garage. It's running. Just that's already an accomplishment alone. Like, that's freaking awesome.
Is this the one we measured too?
Oh, yeah. It appears we're capable of building engines, but we do have a couple of points of concern. I want Dylan to go over valve lash before we actually, like, you know, get worried about all the noises this thing makes. But we're making 80 psi of oil pressure at idle, you guys. Is that a problem? Timing. So a bunch of stuff has been going on since the last clip in the video. I'm over here trying to disassemble my B16 manifold because Scott wants to buy this. He commented on the last video for Yonke, and he actually wants me to send this to him, and if I can get the downpipe off, shipping will be a lot cheaper on this already expensive shipment. So I'm trying to get that bolt off, and she really don't want to come off. Aside from that, late last night I went over to Julian's because I guess he had to get towed home from school when his O'Reilly's clutch cable clevis pin kind of just left the chat, just yeeted. So he had no clutch, and I took him an OEM clutch cable. We got that thrown on. Yonke still leaks oil like a mother. But we also got to see Andy last night, and Andy dropped off his LS head. This is a non-VTEC B series head, which he is doing a full valve train on, full SuperTech valve train. So we got our dual valve spring and retainer kit right here. We have our valves, intake and exhaust. We have our valve guides right here. I'm gonna drop this off at the machine shop, C&E. Victor's gonna take care of all of this, and we're gonna have a fully built SuperTech valve train for Andy's head, and that's gonna be freaking cool. If you guys don't know, Andy's dropping that onto his CSS block. He's basically doing a fully built non-VTEC, and it's gonna be cool. Aside from that, we got Drew right here taking apart his freaking door because the window's been down for like God knows how long.
I had to take off all my stereo wires because I have that fucking JBL shit.
But anyways, you guys, we got Dylan's engine running. Dylan's block is essentially identical to the lower block for Casera, the block right there. And that's really good news now that we finally see that engine spinning. We now know that our piston rod combo is going to work out just fine. So this is really, 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 really exciting. I know Dylan's engine's making a lot of noise, but we did a valve adjustment and she definitely calmed down. And after it gets warmed up, it definitely calms down a lot too. I talked to EF Shit Up Brandon about the 80-90 PSI at startup, and he honestly said that if he built a brand new engine, used a brand new OEM oil pump, and he started it up and it didn't make 90 PSI at cold start, he would tear that shit apart. So after hearing that from Brandon, I definitely think that we are Gucci right there. I think our oil pressure is okay. At first I was thinking maybe we had some kind of restriction causing all that oil pressure, but no, I think we are good to go, and I think Dylan's engine will break in just fine. He's gonna be really easy on it. Meanwhile, I'm gonna throw mine together and immediately start revving it. So we're definitely gonna see how this is gonna go, but we are definitely gonna be testing MaXpeedingrods. We're gonna be putting them to their fullest potential. So hopefully we get some good results. One of us is going to blow up our MaXpeedingrods engine. Who do you think it's going to be? If you guys want to pick up your Nippon Racing PM3 pistons for the D15 block, I definitely will have that link in the description, as well as our link to our MaXpeedingrods. So if you have an old D15B at home and you want to rebuild it, definitely click on some of the links in the description. Check out the MaXpeedingrods inventory. Discount code SAVE the EFs, as always, you guys, gets you a good 5-10% off. And yeah, pick yourselves up some connecting rods. They make them for the ZC, the D16, the D15. I think they might also make LS rods, so check all of that stuff out. But until the next video, you guys, I'm gonna get to editing this one, get it uploaded, and I will see y'all later. Bye.